Life is full of inner battles, doubts, temptations, and forces that challenge our beliefs. Sometimes the scariest struggles aren't the ones we face in the world, but the ones waging war within us. Ghost has always been a band that blends theatricality with deep, unsettling themes, and Satanized is no exception. It's an unsettling confrontation with the darkness that lurks inside. It explores themes of faith, guilt, and possession, making us question where the line between devotion and corruption truly lies. Hi, I'm BMR JR. Let's uncover the meaning behind this haunting track.
I'm satanized. I'm satanized.
The song opens with a powerful statement. There is something inside me, and they don't know if there is a cure. We get the sense that the protagonist is dealing with something beyond their control. Whether it's a literal possession or a metaphor for internal struggles like guilt, addiction, or intrusive thoughts, the imagery is chilling. The phrase, a demonic possession, unlike any before, suggests that this isn't just a fleeting doubt or a minor crisis. It's an overwhelming force that is consuming the protagonist. This could resonate with anyone who has felt lost in their own mind, battling thoughts they can't shake. Then comes, it's a sickening heartache, and it's slowly tormenting my soul. This line hits deep. It's not just a struggle, it's suffering. The word sickening implies that this pain is not just emotional, but almost physical. Many people who deal with anxiety, depression, or guilt describe it as a weight pressing down on them, just like the protagonist does here. And finally, I've invested my prayers into making me whole. Here, we see that the protagonist isn't just passively experiencing this torment, they're actively seeking help. But there's an undertone of desperation, like their prayers aren't being answered. I should have known not to give in. This line repeats, emphasizing regret. The protagonist feels like they made a mistake that led them to this darkness. Maybe they gave in to temptation, doubt, or a way of life that conflicts with their beliefs. It's a universal feeling. We've all had moments where we wish we had made a different choice. This is where the song's main struggle takes center stage. Blasphemy, heresy, save me from the monster that is eating me. These are strong words. Blasphemy and heresy refer to actions that go against religious doctrine, implying that the protagonist feels like they've strayed too far. But what's powerful here is the desperate plea for salvation. Save Me suggests that despite everything, they still hope for redemption. I'm Satanized. This word alone carries weight. It's like the protagonist is acknowledging that they have become something they never wanted to be. The repetition drives it home. This isn't just a passing moment, but a deep-rooted identity crisis. This section is in Latin and translates to, Do you know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. This biblical reference, 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 19, adds another layer to the song's meaning. It reminds us that our bodies and souls are meant to be sacred, but the narrator feels like they have lost that connection. The placement of this interlude almost feels like an outside voice, maybe the voice of conscience or faith, trying to remind them of their worth. Here, the song shifts to a different aspect of the battle. Through a life of devotion, I've been quelling my urges to burst. The word devotion suggests that the narrator has lived a life of religious commitment. They've worked hard to suppress feelings or desires that conflict with their beliefs. This could relate to many struggles, whether it's battling temptation, suppressing emotions, or trying to live up to a standard that feels impossible. Then, I've been fighting the notion to, by love, be coerced. Love here could symbolize faith, human connection, or even self acceptance. The phrase suggests that the narrator is resisting something, maybe because they don't feel worthy of it or fear losing control. The final verse takes us even deeper, like a deadly affliction that is twisting and bending my core. This describes a state of suffering that's beyond repair. The narrator's inner turmoil isn't just a phase, it's something that is reshaping who they are. Then comes the most heartbreaking realization. I have begged God for the remedy, but I'm no longer sure. Doubt has fully set in. Despite all their prayers and efforts, the narrator is losing faith. This line hits hard for anyone who has ever felt abandoned in their struggles, questioning whether help will ever come. So, what is Satanized really about? On the surface, it plays with themes of demonic possession and religious imagery, but at its core, it's a song about losing one's self. It's about battling internal forces, whether they're addictions, doubts, or intrusive thoughts, and realizing that sometimes, despite our best efforts, we lose control. Ghost has a way of blending the theatrical with the deeply personal, making us question not just the supernatural, but our own inner struggles. And that's what makes this song so compelling. It's not just about darkness, it's about the fight against it and what happens when that fight is lost.